Word.
Hey there, my name's Robert. Welcome to God Science Coffee. Today, our guest is Brent Thompson. Thomas?
Thomas.
It's Thomas, yeah.
Or monkey.
Elaborate on what the monkey is.
So, along my MMA career, it sort of snowballed into my nickname. And oddly enough, the things that I do in the cage kind of just work with that. So it's half stuck. And so I never really just bothered to.
Would you say you kind of fight
I leaned into it.
Would you say you kind of fight in like a kind of a primal way almost?
Yeah.
And like the way you move your body?
Very heavy grappling too. And so, like I said, when you do a lot of back taking type attacks, you're trying to choke on the guy, trying to get him down, eliminate, the risk of striking for too long. Because I do like striking, but in MMA, I don't want to strike for too long. I don't want to be sitting there just
wailing, yeah.
Yeah, absorbing or throwing shots. Even with the best defense, I don't want to be doing that type of fighting for too long.
I think it's very unprofessional whenever like some dudes can just finish off their opponent with just like a simple little quick submission, and they know they have the full opportunity, but they just keep like welling their ass. In like a professional fighting thing, I guess.
I mean,
if you just know it.
It happens. I've had fights where I should have like let go of a submission that I was so committed to and just started hitting the guy. And then I've also been in situations where I was hitting a guy and I also could have got a cool submission that I didn't. I might have missed out on a nice submission because I just TKO'd the guy with the ground and pound.
Yeah.
So it's like I could have done something that looked really pretty, but then, like you're in the moment.
The adrenaline.
New to fighting. Also, like you said, with the adrenaline and everything, you're just like, ooh, I'm fucking, you're hyped up. So you're just doing stuff instinctually almost. So you're kind of right. It is really primal. But certainly do like having the resource of grappling, because grappling, if other people know what's happening when they see it, it looks cool.
Yeah,
like
they actually have a degree of whatever is going on before their eyes.
Yeah, especially if they see the sweep setups and that, okay, this is gonna go here, then it goes there, and they're like, okay, this is following the program. You get to watch it happen, but everyone does things in different ways, so it gets bug nutty. It's cool, very fun stuff.
Did you like getting to go to the gym? That
was an awesome gym. We lucked out, actually, now that you mention it. I guess if you want to go into the full story, we can, but we were almost not going to do that, so it was good. We got some rolls in, did some gi jiu-jitsu, some no-gi jiu-jitsu.
Had a whole gym to ourselves.
Oh yeah, certainly needed that, for real. I did a lot better in no-gi than I did in gi, that's for damn sure. Like, it's been a solid long time. I'd say certainly months since we did some no-gi, or some gi rather, over at Sparta Roma. For certain.
Yeah, I've honestly been kind of like holding back just to kind of like see what everybody can do. I have my whole like jiu-jitsu thing is one of my worst habits about myself is sometimes my mentality is like, all right, let's just see what this guy's got. And now sometimes I can be kind of like playful, but if I'm going up against somebody who's just like overwhelming, I'll be like less braced for it than I should have been.
I feel that. I could certainly be that way. My thing, especially with newer guys, is that kind of situation. It's like, all right, where I don't know anything that this dude's gym does. I don't know anything this guy does. I don't know if he's a back, like far back, trying to work a sneaky submission type gotcha style, or if he's gonna just straight run in, try and smash you, do a wrestling top game type deal.
Yeah.
You know,
Even like people that have just like seen like WWE, they'll mostly try to even like approach you more like a wrestler would, even if they just watch WWE their entire life.
certainly.
This one time, this dude did this really sneaky Americana to me. It was this move that I actually thought I invented or like just figured out. And then he did it to me, and I just met this dude, and I was like, where the hell did you learn that from? He was like, WWE. And I was like, whoa, what the hell?
Americana with a triangle teach that.
It was like a sneaky ass Americana. I'll teach it to you sometime. Because like I feel like a professional dude, you're not gonna get them in a regular ass standard ass Americana. It's just not happening.
I've had one oddly enough from a fucking headlock. Somebody put me in a headlock, and like I just kind of half turned out of it and just jumped and rolled forward, and just kind of like. But it was mainly just because I knew like it was gonna shit whip his shit so fast that he would just let go of me, which kind of did, kind of didn't. Like my feet touched the ground before he did. And so I kind of like yanked on him too, which had to be terrible. Definitely like with a lot better base and knowledge and stuff, I'm a lot more sportsmanlike than that now.
So, what do you really want to do with martial arts in your life? Like, what is your end game? Because, like, I don't know if you've noticed it. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm pretty serious about like just fighting in general. Like, you know what I mean? I kind of see fighting as kind of like a survivalist method and also like a disciplinary thing. But what's like?
Those are solid wise. Well, I mean, all of that does come with it for me. Like, you know, I enjoy all those things. And, you know, at a certain point, it's just like, even now, even more so now I'm not drinking, you know, like, it certainly replaced all of the bad habits that I've had in my life. So the discipline of that, I think, is what does that, is the discipline. You know, it's like, you're sacrificing this amount of time that you could be bettering yourself with.
Yeah,
you're double what that is now. Like you're increasing you know, your skills and your experience twice as much than before, because I had so much free time. I was drinking a lot. And I was actually hurting myself at the same time.
Whenever you're drinking a lot, you're also disoriented. Your mind's not right. You're honestly you're sloppy. You're very sloppy and aggressive. Whenever, if anybody's like drunk in training,
oh, you can't do that. I don't.
Or like, you know, just a drunk person, and you have like kind of like a fight mentality, I guess.
Fighting with drunk people can be sketchy.
It is. It's very sketchy. That's why I try
lightly drunk, and everybody's still playful. You know, when you're sparring, that's the thing, is you want to be like playful, not necessarily like we're fighting.
Yeah, you don't want to have it's.
You don't want to get scared. You don't. Yeah, because like if one person's scared, he might just start throwing hardcore shit. Cause he's like, oh shit, this guy's hitting me hard, so I should hit him hard first, so he doesn't try to come in on me. And then you're like, what the fuck? He hit me hard, so I'm gonna hit him hard back. And then that's crazy.
Yeah, drunk boxing,
which can happen sober. So,
whenever I first started learning jiu-jitsu and all this stuff, I still wouldn't even like necessarily like fight or anybody at a party or anything. I would try my hardest to like avoid conflict in social events.
Rolls are fine.
Not whenever you're going up against like people who have no clue what they're doing. Yeah, if they have just no clue what they're doing, it's gonna be such a mess.
That'd be cool though, meeting a guy who does jiu-jitsu at a gym. Or not at a gym, but at a party. Like you're there at a party.
I beat a bunch of wrestlers. Like a bunch of dudes who like wrestled in high school.
That tracks.
They're pretty dangerous.
That tracks.
Wrestlers are pretty dangerous people.
Jiu-jitsu gets them with the submission game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, well, and some guys are good at bottom.
I feel like jiu-jitsu's a little bit more bigger on energy conserving than wrestling is. Because wrestling's more of an explosiveness.
Once you pin them, they're pinned. Jiu-jitsu does work off of a series of pins, but at the same time, you finish the job.
Yeah.
Which I find quite entertaining. And also, it's difficult. Makes it a lot more difficult. I like that about jiu-jitsu especially. I think it's a good martial art. So, back to the question though.
Yeah.
I would say end game is take the money and run. I want to fight for the PFL. I want to win the belt. And I want to become a millionaire. And I'm going to. However long that takes me. That's what I'm going to do. It's just...
So fight your heart out.
Yeah.
Get the million.
That's how you get
run off.
Maybe even make more than that, because like I do want a sustainable amount of generational wealth.
I mean, okay, you can do, especially in Arkansas, a meal can get you pretty far in a little small town like this.
Oh, dude,
everything's so cheap.
I had a farm, I lost my farm, but I'm gonna start a new farm. I know I can by myself, but I feel like
it's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's gonna knock all these other goals out, come back, hardcore financial, big ball on that goal.
Yeah, farming is like hard work, but the thing about farming is it's actually extremely time consuming. Like the time that it takes to farm is pretty. It's just.
It's crazy, bro. There was a point where I was selling my eggs to all the stores around the neighborhoods. It was good. It was real good.
These
chickens are fucking gold. This is before all that extra bullshit with the memes and all that. Like, this is a year ago. Unfortunately, I'm here now, which isn't a problem. But I need a farm here. I need there to be like, that house gone, farm right there. So eventually I'm gonna have to move out of here.
Yeah, get a farm.
And get a place where I can put a farm. So there's like a lot of financial resources.
For like
there's just a lot of financing that I'm gonna need.
I'd say for a house, like whenever I'm like older, my like dream house would want to be like something tucked off in the woods, like away from everything. Just like my own little spot out somewhere.
I mean, yeah, this is pretty much what I'm thinking. But for stuff like that, you need so much money, it's insane.
Yeah.
So, I can do both of the things that I love at the same time. See, here's the thing.
Farm and fight.
Yeah, I'll fight until I'm too old to do that. And that whole time I'll... by the time I've been pro long enough, I'll fight professionally and try and start, saving up a large enough amount of money to buy property, get some livestock, get my equipment. Well, I guess get equipment, then get livestock, and start over. And then do it a second time, but with a lot more funding. That's pretty much it. That way, as an older person, I can just do the farming shit and live off of that. But then I'll be like, it'll be so well funded that nobody can take that away from me. Because I'll have already paid for everything. That's the plan.
And then as a form of generational wealth?
No, the generational wealth will be behind it with the millions.
So it'll be by after that.
That'll just be chilling.
Yeah.
With me while I'm farming. Like me and my cows and my chickens will appreciate that generational wealth to ourselves.
You did not take me as a farmer. You do not carry yourself as a farmer boy.
Me?
Yeah. No. What in hell you carry yourself like a farmer?
Have you ever seen me on my Instagram? I make it pretty clear. Like When I was farming, at least. You know, before I lost all that shit. Which, man, it sucks. It's coming back, though. It's coming back. My buddy, he had this giant-ass black rooster named Rick James. So when I got this, almost 3.5 foot tall black rooster, I had to name him Rick James. And he was a bad motherfucker, bro.
That's hilarious.
Like one of the coldest roosters I've ever had, bro. He kept shit held down. And he was like up to my fucking knees. Which was crazy for a chicken. It's like, what the fuck?
Can you talk about a little bit more about your drinking habits? Because a friend of mine who's actually he's like a real Christian boy, you know, kind of straight edge, but I guess he's been on the wild side the past couple years.
Okay.
And he really acquired a heavy alcohol addiction, but I think it's more of I think he's one of those secret drinkers. You know, the people that drink a whole bunch secretly and not publicly. Yeah.
No, that's absolutely how it was for me.
Yeah. That's a different type of alcoholic, is whenever they're hiding it to a great degree.
Essentially, at its worst, I got to about a bottle of whiskey a day.
What were you drinking? What were you sipping on?
That would be
Let's see your type of man you are.
That would be American Barrel. That would be stuff I really do like that American Barrel.
It sounds good, I'm not gonna lie.
Macallan, I would drink a lot of, I'll just say corn whiskey.
Yeah, I like corn whiskey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's original. It feels down home, down south.
Yeah. You know, it's just, it's got that good old homemade feel to it.
Yeah.
So I drink a fuckload of that, which at a certain part it started to fuck with my eyeballs. So I don't know how much you need to drink before your eyeballs are fucked up, but it was getting close, so I had to chill out, which it did end up, I have 20/20 vision at this point. But if you drink enough, it can fuck with your eyes. I did not know that, and I found out.
I believe that. It has a lot of terrible long-term factors.
But yeah, I got to if I wasn't drinking liquor, I was drinking a 30-pack a day. So
damn, you had some problems.
But the fucked up part is I would go to the fucking liquor store because I'm drunk and I'd run out of fucking alcohol.
Alright, so.
And then I would be drunk at the liquor store, buy more, drive to my buddy's house, show up drunk, drink the rest of my shit, and drink with them their shit.
God.
And then I would go to the fucking gas station and buy more beer, and I'd go home and finish that beer, and then I'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up and drink. It would be fucked up.
Monster stuff.
It was just terrible.
That's the
just foul. Terrible.
So
your body just doesn't like that shit. Trust me.
What's the reason you were drinking for? What were you hiding away from? Who hurt you?
Oh, nothing.
Or who did you hurt?
Neither. I've just always been I guess, subjected to a really deep-rooted depression, and you learn how to deal with it in healthy ways, or you learn how to deal with it in unhealthy ways. And
it can be some very unhealthy ways.
Yeah, you have to unlearn the unhealthy ways if you've learned them, So essentially you just gotta find ways to deal with that keep you here, but also fighting, for instance, that's my love. So that's what I'm gonna do with
Have you ever really had a dad?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have a dad. My dad's alive. He's badass.
I'd say you Where's this depression come from? Give me like something.
I don't know.
Like it's all there's chains of events that happen throughout our life. Give me
I think
something.
it might be chemical because like I
Don't
also
give
have
me no
autism.
chemical. No.
Like so.
Okay, I've met some very happy autistic people. I've met some. Okay, I've also met one that just cries for fun.
Happy's a feeling though.
So
Like,
is being
happy,
sad or depressed. That's just a feeling.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's a chemical thing, because it's more like not only do I have to deal with that, like it's also that combined with the fact that I'll never actually quite completely understand where people are coming from in the way that other people would understand how other people are coming from, if that makes sense. So those two things coupled can cause a confusion with your communication and your social life. But as far as, I guess, depression, I think maybe there's like a chemical imbalance that comes with having Asperger's that might like trigger just like a constant flow of that type of depression, where it's just like you cannot feel this way.
Is autism and Down syndrome the same thing, or are they separate? I forgot if that's the same.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't really know anything about Down syndrome.
No, okay, because I think Down syndrome is just a extra chromosome. I think autism is something that you can that you get through like the food and like the shots you get as a child.
I couldn't tell you how you get either one.
Well,
like either autism in any form, Down syndrome, or even Asperger's.
Down syndrome's like a birth. It's a birth thing. It happens like at the birth, but you can develop autism. You don't have to necessarily be born with autism, but you can develop this even at a very young age.
Like I can imagine that's like if you are like intentionally irradiated, that could probably, I could see how that could cause like cancers or autism maybe.
Yeah, and like the meats.
Just because your brain would just get.
You know how like the saying like you are what you eat? We eat so many processed foods and like stuff with steroids and
I've
like
heard of
fast
plastics.
food.
There's a lot of plastics in meats and shit.
Yeah, crazy. Dude, that's gross, ain't it?
It's wild.
That is so gross.
The glue.
Yeah, I'm down for
chicken
a little
glue.
I'll eat a little glue. But I don't want to eat plastic, even though I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
I'll eat the chicken glue.
I'll eat a little chicken glue, yeah.
We can rock with the chicken.
We can rock with the chicken.
What I can't mess with is like, what I don't like is when I'm like chewing through meat and there's any kind of like chewy, rubbery piece in there.
Like that fat. They say it's fat.
Just like,
yeah, it's just like, no, you want like all muscle. That's what you want whenever you get some damn
meat.
You
just want to spit that whole piece out.
I do. I do. Yeah, man, I don't care. I'll do it right in front of you. I'll do it.
The whole piece. Like, damn.
Dang, I'd have messed up.
But I mean, I've seen it in all kinds of meat, honestly, dude. I feel like it's like crab meat sometimes.
Oh,
they just try and stretch it out, and you just gotta let them, because the shit is not infinite.
Yeah, how many crabs do you think you're gonna bring? Yeah, how many crabs do you think you really bring?
We're gonna run out of crabs, dog. I'm telling you.
They gotta imitate you, and there's stuff like that's called imitation crab.
They eat like 40% of their babies.
Oh God!
As it's coming out.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like crabs all of a sudden.
Oh,
don't
dude.
show me.
Oh,
I gotta show me.
Bro, you gotta see this shit. No, never mind. There's a wrap. There's construction going on here. I thought there was a dog peeking around the corner. I was trying to look at him, but I think it was that tarp flying up in the wind, making a shape in the darkness down Let's see. Wow. Why is it the first thing? Like, I typed in crabs, and it was just crabs eating their babies.
It's not even crabs. It's not even people eating crabs. It's not facts about crabs. It's just
crabs eating their babies. First come, first serve. Search is right there.
They're like, we know what you came here for.
There you go. You saw it here first.
It's a lot of babies.
Look at these gross ones. He's picking them up and eating them.
Oh my god. Monsters.
Oh, just monsters, dude.
Just monsters. That big hard shell against them little tiny things. Oh, this is some stuff out of nightmares.
This one's going slow, bro. I've seen them where they're getting handfuls, bro. I mean, handfuls of little dudes. Double fisting these motherfuckers.
That is.
And look.
Ain't those a bunch of eggs on their stomach, too?
Yeah, this is everybody's kids. There's crabs everywhere eating everybody's kids. Like I said, like 40% of them make it.
Yeah.
40% of them get eaten.
Well, we need to get rid of all of them. That's what we need to do. There should be no more. We need to get rid of all the crabs.
With that and us eating them.
Attacker.
Like, what in the fuck? Crabs? Disgusting. They're bugs. Creatures of the night. In the water.
Are you pagan?
Am I pagan?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm an anything in or anything ist or
anything ist. I like that.
Participating in anything ism.
Yeah. Any of them ist or isms.
I'm just a dude who is
living life.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make this shit
I think you're doing pretty good. I think you're a lot sadder than like I feel like your actual situation is.
Nah.
He's like, no, I'm appropriately sad.
I'm
appropriate.
I don't know. I could tell you everything that's happening, but it's also constantly going.
Yeah, it's never gonna. That's the thing. People think that life's gonna get better. Life necessarily never gets better. It just gets a little. It gets harder continuously.
You have to make it better.
You have to make it better. Yeah.
But no, that's why I think like even if I'm having a great ass time, if it's coinciding with one of the days that my brain is not functioning properly, it doesn't matter. You know, it's just like bang, it's two rocks hitting each other. So, as far as that goes, it seems probably more like a chemical thing because it's a random occurrence that lasts for long periods of time, but then eventually dissipates. Because you can just sit there and just be like, all right, I'm not getting, and this is what I think is happening. It's like maybe like melatonin or serotonin. I don't know which one it would be, but one of them, or maybe one of your dopamine receptors getting fucked up or something. Like it's just not able to create like sensations that would keep you sane or content.
I was an arrogant asshole that made me happy. That's how I cured my depression. Then it does lead to another form of depression because you realize you're lonely.
Loneliness ain't a phase, brother. Yeah. So I think it's chemical. Cause yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It could be way shittier, you know.
Nah.
Like, eventually. Oh, dude. Did you know what happened to the fucking the Ford? Remember the Ford?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. Yeah, that happened. That's what that's what this came.
If you want to.
Oh, well, I told him my fucking car, but I didn't even remember to say that. That's why I'm in the Camry right now. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know. They don't know. They don't know you. You gotta let them know you.
I drive a Camry because I told her to piss out of my car. Because I'm a fucking dickhead. Yeah, dude, I'm glad that shit worked out too, because I told that bitch like 2 weeks out from that fight. And then I was able to make it, but then I wasn't able to make it because, surprise, jail. I ended up getting that fight rescheduled, and I fought.
I want to get a fight on YouTube. It'd be fun. Be on YouTube for 2 different things, interviewing. Like backyard fights, that'd be cool.
I don't know, the last one I
Excuse
did,
me.
that was the last, like I said, it was a sanctioned fight. That was with Real Deal. Which is good. I was able to get that opportunity. Hopefully they'll get me the other one soon.
You seem real depressed about it. Oh, man.
It's been a minute. I want another fight, but then also, like, there's a lot of shit that I'm healing from, like, physically. So,
Yeah, it is good to rest. Rest is very important. If you don't rest, you'll tire out your body quicker.
Well, it's not even just that. It's like, I have to rest.
Mental,
To
emotional.
No, I don't, emotionally, shit, I have to fight. Like, my body needs to heal from certain shit. And even if I wasn't, I think soon here, if I'm not already, I should be past my 30 days. They after you if you get like knocked down with a liver shot or like a brutal chin shot and they end the fight, then what ends up happening is you get a 30-day suspension to make sure that you don't like get back in there and get hurt. Like if you get like a double knockout, then it's like you can have multiple concussions in one fight. So if you have that and you get knocked down to the point where you don't get up, then it happens again. And if it happens again and again, you could fucking die and just slowly just lose your brain the whole way down. So can't let people do that, and they will, because some people would want to fight every day. Like I would definitely fight every fucking day, just because I'd only really get knocked out a couple times. Just statistically, it'd be like I'd say probably 60-40. 60-40.
I mean,
fair number.
Knockouts or what?
Yeah, like 60% of the time, if I was just like to duke it out with everybody in Arkansas, randomly. Like if
He said I'd be due 60-40.
Like not trained people, but like maybe I run into a trained guy.
Yeah, every once in a while.
And then but then also every once in a while I run into a trained guy who's better than me. And they kick my ass. So it's like, that's a knockout right there, possibly.
They just hold my ass.
So, I'd say 60-40.
Because there's some dangerous dudes in Arkansas.
Yeah,
You just don't.
some trained ass motherfuckers. But I promise if I go down to fucking Wendy's, I'm probably gonna beat everybody's ass. This is how it is.
Yeah? Have numbers?
Now, I mean, I've worked at fucking Taco Bell. I used to actually not too long ago. That was my part-time job. Outside of the part-time job and my regular job that I'm working right now, I was doing Taco Bell on the side from my construction shit that I was doing on the side from my job down Manning, which is ETS Properties.
Cool.
I was trying. I lost my train of thought with that. The purpose of there's your brain damage for you. Well, goddamn it, what the fuck was I talking about? Is this the weed or the brain damage?
That's the weed or the brain damage. It's one of those. It might be a little bit of both of it.
Shit.
Dude, a bunch of my friends lately have like came out to me and been like, I'm autistic. I'm on the autistic spectrum. And I'm like, dang, I'm around a bunch of autistic folks all the time.
I don't know.
I'm not autistic. I got ADHD though.
I don't know what you would call on the spectrum. I don't know what Asperger's is on the spectrum. I know
That is the spectrum.
I've just got Asperger's. That's all I fucking know.
That is a spectrum. There's just like there's like slight cases of Asperger's, and it gets more. There's different severities of it.
I feel like I probably have like decently functioning Asperger's, like high to mid function. But I'm mid as fuck. No, that's my answer. I'm mid as fuck. I got mid as fuck function.
Autism. I got mild autism.
Yeah, I'm mid
I'm
function.
mildly autistic.
Well, that's the thing, because I do great, and I can work in regular life, but then there's that fucking crazy-ass depression shit.
I used to date a girl who was like slightly autistic, and she was like very extremely emotional. All of her emotions, she was always so passionate about everything like she did. Like if she was doing it for me, if she was doing it for somebody else, if she was anything, all of her actions she was so passionate about. And I would tell her like autism isn't like something you should like just trip about. It's more of a superpower. Some of the smartest people throughout history have been like hella autistic.
It only seems to hinder me in the negative ways, because like negative things you see more.
I tell her to look at it as a superpower and not an illness. That's what
Like I don't know, man. I don't know if being autistic has ever positively affected me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you only notice the negative,
like
maybe.
You
don't know what the positive
it didn't make me better at math. God damn, it didn't make me better. Oh, dude, I got like a bad case of poo-poo brain. It's hilarious too. Like, I'm really, I think it's just how it goes with everybody. They're like, you're good at certain shit, you suck shit at certain things. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things I suck shit at that most people you would think would just get that. And most people do just get that shit, but I do not. It's occurred on several occasions where I'm just like, I don't get it. Fuck you. And they're just, with all their heart, they're like, this adds up. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And I'm just like, no, that's 5. Like, the whole way. And I honestly believe it like that too. And it just won't click in my brain. And even maybe later it does.
You know what the whole reason I made this channel? Love. It's for love. For love and cause of love.
Just the concept or the
Just
sensation?
Love. Just love it, just love itself. That's why I mean.
And
And I know whenever you're making anything, especially on the internet, and you're trying to provide some sort of positivity or intellectual, or at least positive intellectual ideals, you're going to get bashed and hated upon. But honestly, what I'm doing,
it's gonna happen whether you do or don't.
Yeah, what I'm doing, if you're getting hated for the type of stuff that I'm doing, it's honestly kind of a blessing. Well, it isn't kind of a blessing. It is a blessing. It's one of the best things that can happen, honestly. But I got to make sure that I realize what I'm doing. Stay on track and not lead astray myself.
It's easy for people to not really like what I do, though. It's just like, ew.
You gotta have like this personality as if like you push people away, but you also seem like that type of dude who would talk to everybody at the party. Like in public, you would kind of like push people away, and
it's weird. I definitely don't really like crowds. Like, I really like sanctioned fighting because you can be in the back and just wait. Not deal with any of that fucking crowd. Then you walk in, you cut clean through the crowd into the cage, fight, get out of the cage, and then you walk clean, cut through them again, and then you go home. You don't have to deal with any of the motherfuckers the whole time. It's beautiful. Backyard fighting, you're in the crowd. You walk through the motherfuckers. You're intermingling, and it's.
I think I would like that. I can't cap to you. That's just the type of person I am. I like, especially trashy people. I love trashy crowds.
With the scrapyard, they usually keep it pretty classy. Like, it's still awesome.
Classy.
No, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Like everybody's nice and shit.
Yeah, I know, but trashy people are the nicest people.
No, they're, like I said, in the scrapyard, they have a decent cage, decent amenities, decent everything. Like, stuff's provided for you to have a good time. It's a nice little event.
I'm not talking stuff. I'm saying like what upper ideals would like label them as. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Shut up. Fuck whatever upper anything says.
Have you lived in Arkansas your whole life?
I was born in Kingsville, Texas. And so like there's like a year and a half that I lived there. I don't even remember it, but essentially, yeah. Lived in Arkansas my whole life.
Same.
Ain't too bad. Ain't too bad at all.
Yeah, it's pretty peaceful.
If you're in the right location. Fuck some places.
Yeah, some places.
Harrison, fuck that. Fucking Baseline. Baseline's alright, but Southwest, fuck that.
Yeah, I like Baseline.
Fucking,
Baseline's chill.
There's some bullshit out here too.
Let's see the thing. These newer generation, especially the teenagers, the Caucasian teenagers, with you got NBA and all these these rappers nowadays are getting the younger group even more influenced. So like if you've noticed, like most white people dress extremely like black and ghetto. You know,
it happens.
Like the type of belts, the styles, with the jewelry. They're everybody's trying to look like rappers. They're all literally trying to dress just like rappers and drug dealers. So
they don't know that life fucking sucks balls.
I feel like Caucasian teenagers have to overcompensate more because they aren't black, and also because they haven't lived like that, so they have to try kind of even harder.
Yeah, I've seen guys like that. Certain seen guys like that all day. They're just acting out. We call it perpetrating.
There's some white dudes that really are black. Like, they're black as hell. Like, they've lived an entire black lifestyle.
I can see that. That makes sense. Like, the exact opposite, where it's like, nah, that motherfucker really does live that. But they just never say anything about it. But then you have, like, you know, those guys that you're talking about, where they're like, they almost come up to you and tell you about what they do. And it's like, ah, okay. All right, buddy. You're a gangster. Cool. It's music, I think, maybe. You know?
It's most definitely music. And I think women,
where else does that influence come from but music?
I think
it's like hip-hop had a huge influence.
I personally think that black women are more influenced by rap and music than any other group of people.
Really?
Yeah. But that's where they get their. That's where they get their morals and like their dating advice and like, basically their overall life advice. Mostly it's from like these rapper females and like these models and figures.
Beyonce was about getting that bag, wasn't she? Boy, let me tell you. Well, I know.
No.
Like, she. I say she was, as long as she died, but.
Well, she knew.
She's about that bag. Man, it's cold, dude. I don't know. See, I think there's a certain element to trying to create a standard for humans that it just makes other humans cold to other humans. And that's a fucking problem because then it makes people feel like, oh, well, I ain't got this, so I ain't shit. I gotta do whatever the fuck I can to make sure I got this shit. And then what? You're out here cutting throats to fucking get the shit, then you get the shit, and you find another motherfucker. And you're about to knock him off about this shit, and so the other person who might be new to this situation is like, damn, bro, if I ain't got that shit, then I guess I ain't shit. And so it just goes down the fucking all the way down, and you know, it's perpetuated. Which can be unfortunate if you get caught up in that mindset, because then you pass that mindset off to somebody else.
Yeah.
So, you know, little tiny fucking
you
microcosms you don't want to get caught up in.
And we really don't realize how much we impact people's life, just the ones around us.
Oh yeah. It's a small world, man. You know, you don't really. Here in Arkansas, how many people do you think you know that know someone that I know? You know, like, we don't know either.
We met someone through someone else we know.
Like, we don't know that either one of these people know each other, but you have a friend that I've never met that knows my friend. I can pick any one of them. It just happens like that. There's got to be one of them that knows another friend that you know.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Sam, boom, right there off the top. Will knows Quinn. Bang, right off the top. So it's like there's like a lot of, you know, a small world type situations that can happen in life. Maybe we all hang out, or not even that. Maybe we're all getting cereal in the same aisle. You know, all four of us walk. Fuck. All four of these people here right now. I'm over some Captain Crunch. This ain't never happened. You know?
Everybody got their own bowl and stuff.
There's probably a percentage for that. For how that could happen. I don't know how we got to that, but there's definitely, you know, you're always gonna have what the fuck were we just talking about?
Oh,
This is crazy. I'm too stoned.
I'm trying to think of a final question to ask you. And then do the end.
What was the last question? Because I want to
Dude, I have no clue.
Because I feel like I really fucked up my point on two of these questions, and that's foul. Like, I'm stoned as shit, bro.
Okay. It's whatever guides your mind.
I'm cool with that, though.
It's whatever guides your mind.
Shoot from the hip.
I believe completely in transparency.
Yeah.
You have to. I'm trying to make them feel like they're here right with us, because they are. They're enjoying the conversation with us. We can hear them.
By the way, I say I'm stoned as shit, but we've been hitting these cigars. It's actually just like a different kind of tobacco stand. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay. Let me think of one good question.
I'll pop my back like I thought it would. Yeah, it's gotta be a nice deep one. I'll try my hardest to stay on point with this. Because I'm just rabbit chasing hardcore.
If you had a week to live, what would you do? And yeah, that's it.
There's two people I'd have two really important conversations about two very different things. And then both of them would get a goodbye. My family, of course, would get their goodbyes. My friends would get their goodbyes. I'll add 3 people to the special message group that I just spoke of before. Probably a handful. There's a lot of dudes that I'd have to type, like, because I have a week. But somebody gets that, like, as soon as I find out, I already have one person who gets that first message. That one's an important one.
Would you like to say part of it?
No.
Or is it too much for you?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Are you going to write it before it ever happens? Or are you just going to hold it in the old noggin
Man.
until it randomly happens?
We got it wrote down.
Okay, that's good.
Because, like, there's certain stuff that... Yeah, I've got that wrote down. But I don't think it says the message for the other person properly. I'll probably write a new one for that person soon.
I think I might write a whole bunch of, like, apology poems or just poems and stuff. Because I was always good at that.
It's written down, though.
Very articulate. Alright. I guess you did pretty good.
I don't know. You know, like,
If there's anything you'd like to say for
that would relapse super hard, that's for sure.
relapse?
Fuck yeah, I got a week of relapsing into the dirt. I mean, like, I would explain that I'm gonna die in 3 weeks, and people would probably not take me seriously because I would be shit faced. I would just like,
All your messages are just slurs.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna really miss you.
Yeah, I'm just fucking going like, dude. But oh man, you go. Oh Lord have mercy. What the fuck happened to your car? I'm dying. Oh man, it'd be funny.
Alright, so I've got to end this the traditional way. So you don't have to join in if you don't have to, but I'm gonna try to kind of lead the crowd.
You do your thing, brother.
Alright. If y'all would like to join us in the final prayer, so we can wrap this thing up and get out early. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here today. Thank you for the skills and the knowledge that you have blessed before us. Thank you for giving us the love and the light within our hearts to battle through every day. Thank you for allowing us to see the good that dwindles within the world. And please allow us to continue down at least a semi-good trail, Heavenly Father. Even if they don't believe in thy. But bless Brent and please allow him, give him strength during his fighting, because let's be honest, no human can do this on their own. And let him get his barn, give him strength with that, because that's going to be its own little challenge, but it'll be a worthy challenge. And if you believe that is what he is deserving of, then you shall give it to him. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing this crowd and those who have watched this. I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you. Amen. My name is Robert Grandison, and this is God, Science, and Coffee. Thank you.